Hey, Perry Jeffries here, your entrepreneur CFO. Quick mini lesson of the day: humility. So today, I had a meeting with a CEO of a eight-figure company. Company was doing about 30 million or so last year, and I reached out to him because I wanted his feedback. I wanted his advice. We recently rolled out our Profit Accelerator small business system, our past program membership, and I wanted to get his eyes on it just to see, what his thoughts were. And I think sometimes, y'all, we don't do that enough. Getting that second set of eyes to see where we may have some blind spots or some areas of improvement because of our egos. And that's what we talked about today was ego. So I ran him through one of my entire presentations, and he absolutely loved it. And while we are going through the presentation, he had intriguing questions. He questioned some of our math. It was just really, really, really good. Just a really great meeting. And afterwards, he's like, "Man, it's a huge market for this. The majority of business owners need this." And then he shared something with me that kind of just blew my mind. He said, "Perry, we've done a lot of the things that you do in your program, and we've actually had to go out and hire a CFO, a full-time CFO, to do this." And here recently, he was approached by a CFO company similar to ours, who was going to charge him $5,000 a month to do what I was doing for 500 bucks in our membership program. And for our clients who work one-on-one with still a fraction of the cost, because we charge, I think, $10,000 for the year is our pricing for that going into 2020, where this company is going to charge him 60,000 for the same process. And what he shared with me was here recently, he had to fire one of his largest clients. So he went from being a $30 million company down to being a $12 million company. And he said because of the systems that we offer in our past membership, the ROI analysis, the return on investment analysis of expenses, the budget creator, um, the big vision, understanding exactly how much revenue needs to come in, the profit first system, because of the systems that we have in our program, him using those same systems, he's been able to, though his revenue has gone from 30 million down to 12 million, his business is more profitable. So let that sink in. So many times we're thinking about, hey, we got to increase more revenue to be more profitable. You take a company who has, cut their revenue by more than half. How do they end up being more profitable now? That's because of having the right financial systems. That's because of having the right experts. That's because of having the right information. And as we were working out the door, I asked him, I said, "Man, so I believe I just have a phenomenal product that's going to help so many people." And he said to me, and I asked him, I said, "Man, so what do you think is the people's hesitation?" He said to me, "Man, humility. So many times we're not humble, and our egos get in the way of our success. And it happens more times than not. And as I'm getting older, I'm starting to see that even more often. So the mini lesson today is don't let your ego hinder your success. You don't know everything. You are not an expert. I am not an expert in everything. I know what I'm an expert in. But even though I'm an expert and I have 100% confidence in the results we get for our clients, I still seek feedback from individuals that I highly respect just to make sure I'm going on the right path. And what I learned today by being humble and exhibiting humility was this eight-figure entrepreneur was very happy to meet with me, very happy to meet with me, and give me phenomenal feedback, which I'm forever grateful for. But y'all, if you think you're gonna do this thing all by yourself, you are wrong. And when I asked him, I said, "Hey man, so what made you move forward in hiring, professional help?" And he said, "You got to be honest with yourself and realize that you cannot get it done just with what you know. You need expertise and you need individuals to help you identify those blind spots." So that's my mini lesson of the day. Probably a little shameless promotion there for the past program because we are passionate about it. But really, it's about helping people. And we know this helps people. So the lesson is don't let your ego hinder your success. All right, y'all. Perry Jeffries here, your entrepreneur CFO. Peace.